Hello everybody, welcome back to the Football Unplanned channel, and today we're gonna bring you a recap of first matches in the Premier League and also our predictions for the second week. I am Serjan, and with me as always is
Patrick. And the first match of this week will be Brighton versus Manchester United. And for me, the type is very easy. Manchester United will win and they will have 6 points after 2 matches.
Okay, so you're optimistic about the United chances, and to be honest, they won their first match, but in my opinion they didn't play that well. It was like same old United. They started without the number 9. Xerxes wasn't playing until like 60th minute or something. Then he scored a good winner, but
still counts.
Yeah, I guess so. That's like 3 points, but in my opinion, I'm gonna go for a draw because Brighton showed really good attacking football as always.
Yeah, but they had like a very low tier opponent.
Definitely. I mean, like Everton is one of the probably worst clubs in the league, and they had like one man advantage for most of the match because like Ashley Young got a red card for like ridiculous challenge. But yeah, I'm gonna go for a draw. And the second match of the day will be Crystal Palace versus West Ham.
And for me, I would go for West Ham to win, but not a very promising way. Maybe just like 1-0. Both of the teams lost their first matches, but like first match is just an opening.
Yeah, exactly. Like they might not play their best football at the start of the league because it's possible.
It's still a lot of time.
Yeah, West Ham had a few new signings. They have a new coach, and they also had like a tough opposition because Aston Villa is really one of the teams that I rate pretty high. But in conclusion, I would agree with you. Like I expect West Ham win, especially because Crystal Palace is probably about to sell Mark Guehi because like he really wants to go to Newcastle.
Really go.
And he did play in the first match, but you can literally see his head wasn't 100% in it, and they lost to Tony-less Brentford because well, he is probably also going.
Yeah, so like very good players going off, and yeah, that's a good thing for West Ham.
Exactly. So I think it is gonna be a West Ham win.
And soon, after this match, we will move to the Craven Cottage where Fulham will play Leicester. And for me, I would go with Leicester winning this match. I'm never betting on a draws because Leicester showed us a very good match with Tottenham. They drew with them 1-1, and 100 years old Jamie Vardy scored. So we see that he's still capable of some magic on the penalty box.
Exactly. I mean, they did put on a great show against Tottenham in the second half. You can see the reaction at halftime because Tottenham could have been like 3 goals up in the first half, but Leicester showed their teeth in the second half. They had even a chance to turn it around, but Jamie Vardy's shot was saved, and then also Ndidi had a great chance at the end of the match, but Vicario made like a couple of good saves.
Exactly. And Fulham has two new players, Berger and
Berger and Andersen from Crystal Palace. Fulham also gave, in my opinion, like a good performance because I mean they did lose 1-0 to United, but they played really well. They had their chances and they just needed some more like connections between the attack and the midfield.
Exactly.
So I would actually I would predict them to win actually. Like I'm gonna go complete opposite in this tie, and I will say like Fulham win like 2-1 or something like that.
Maybe we will see.
Yeah. And the fourth match of the week will be reigning champions Manchester City versus the newcomers Ipswich.
And for me this is very easy, like I will bet all my money on Manchester City.
Yeah, like it would take a real miracle for them not to win this match. Ipswich did have a good showing in the first half against Liverpool, but like City is I think like way above
another
their weight
level.
class. Yeah, exactly. And I think that most they can count on is to give them like a hard time and like some gritty performance. But I have a feeling that like Ipswich will be the repeat of last year's Luton, like a gritty team that will fight and they won't embarrass themselves, but there's just not enough quality there to keep them in the league.
Yeah, sometimes that you just want to fight isn't enough on some level, and especially like on a Premier League level.
Yeah.
And for the Liverpool, I would say they were struggling because they are starting like a new coach. Time.
Yeah, it's like the new chapter in Liverpool's history again.
Yeah.
But yeah, and they gave like much better second half performance against Ipswich. But I mean, let's give Ipswich their flowers. They didn't embarrass themselves on the return to Premier League.
Yeah, because I was also expecting Liverpool to easily win this match, like in first maybe 20 minutes.
Yeah, but like they held on decently.
And we are still in the Saturday, and the next match will be Southampton versus Nottingham Forest.
I think that's one of the like hardest matches to predict, to be honest, because a lot of people are tipping Nottingham to really struggle. I think they're still gonna be safe, but Southampton showed decent form in the first match against Newcastle. Like they did lose, they did have like one man advantage for like
that's a bad luck
most of the game, yeah, because like Fabian Schär kind of touched Bretterton Diaz, but that was like never a red card. And what was surprising,
English refs.
Yeah, English refs, literally. I was surprised that VAR even took a look at it, and they're still like, no, this is like a definite penalty.
I mean, VAR and English refs are like
yeah,
different
exactly.
topic.
Like I think that we saw this like best in the Euros. It's not the VAR's fault, it's like the English refs, because like only matches
and sometimes
that had,
Spanish.
like only matches that had issues with VAR in the Euros were the ones that were like refereed by English refs.
Okay, so what's your type for this match?
I'm gonna say a draw. Like I'm gonna sit on the fence for this one, and I'm gonna say draw.
Yeah, let's say like 1-1. I would go with that.
Yeah, like probably. And the final 4 o'clock kickoff will be Tottenham versus Everton.
And I would say Tottenham will have their first win over here. They had some bad luck, I guess, but they most of the time have bad luck. But this time, I would bet that they will have less of it, and they will get their first 3 points.
Yeah, I mean they probably won't win any trophies, but will win. They will win against Everton, because Everton was really god awful against Brighton. And I mean, Tottenham played kinda okay, but I'm still gonna stick to what I said from my predictions, that Solanke isn't gonna be able to replicate what Kane is doing. And
I guess now in Premier League, no one is.
Exactly. Like Kane is, for Tottenham, was a class of his own, and you can't just put someone to fill in his shoes. But still, like against Everton, I would still say like comfortable, like 4-1 win or something.
Yeah, so like lots of goals for the let's say half of the day.
Yeah.
And for the end of the Saturday, Aston Villa will play versus Arsenal, and I'm really looking forward for this match, and I'm not even surprised that this is like a last match of this day, because this one looks for me like the most interesting, and I will bet Arsenal still.
I am not quite sure, to be honest, because like we already thought, I really rate Unai Emery, I really rate their signings this year also. Onana gave like instant impact against West Ham, like he scored literally after like 3 minutes, and that's always like a best ever possible start for a newcomer.
Fast goal always.
Exactly. Yeah. And Arsenal had really tough time against Aston Villa last year, and actually like against Aston Villa they lost their title chances.
Yeah, playing away versus Aston Villa is
never a pleasant like experience for any teams.
Anyone, yeah.
So I am gonna be bold, and I'm gonna say even Aston Villa win. Like it's like let's say like a hot take. So somehow Aston Villa is gonna squeeze out a win, because I think that the problems for them will start when they start playing Champions League, and they're still like when they're on the 1 game per week schedule, they're still gonna show class. And for the first match of Sunday, we have Bournemouth versus Newcastle.
Newcastle will struggle with their defense because they won't be playing with their first squad players still, but I still believe they gonna win this match. Like, I'm very rarely typing on a draw, like I'm repeating myself, but
like it's black or white.
it's, for me it is always black or white, like this team or that team, and this time I will definitely go with Newcastle.
I would agree with you, because even though like Shar got a red card in the first game, Botman is still injured, they don't have like their starting center backs, and even Jamal Lascelles is injured. They still have enough firepower to beat Bournemouth. Like, Bournemouth is again starting pretty slowly. They only drew with Nottingham Forest, and I think that Newcastle will do enough for, like, let's say 2-1 win.
Even maybe 2-0, I would say.
Yeah, it's possible, but I would bet on Bournemouth to manage to score, because they play this like nice football under Iraola, and they always attack, like, regardless who they play against.
Okay. And for the second match, Chelsea plays versus Wolverhampton, and I would say Wolverhampton. Let's risk
Everyone
something.
is saying Wolverhampton. Like, I was checking out like on Twitter and in general, like on social media.
X, actually.
Yeah, now it's X.
Yeah.
Because Elon Musk ruined it.
Of course.
But
not only this, but this is like a
this is a new
topic.
thing. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna go complete opposite. I'm gonna say Chelsea will win, because even though I rate Wolves, even though Chelsea is in complete disarray, like they still, I think, are gonna win. Because they're against City, they played like their first match. They still created chances. They still did well, but like, playing against City is never easy, and like,
exactly,
losing to them is never a surprise, no matter who you are.
Yeah, like, everyone goes down with 3 points. I would say when everyone sees that they will be playing versus City, so like, their image is kind of distorted by them playing versus Manchester City, but
yeah, because they won like 4 in a row, and it's now it's like there's this aura around them that they are like pre-designed to win the title.
Yeah, like the trophy magnet.
Exactly. But Chelsea still did okay. I mean, they conceded 2 goals the way they did, but I think like they will be okay. They played yesterday, actually, also in the Conference League qualifiers. They put in the reserve squad, so they're still gonna be pretty rested for Sunday's match. I would say they were gonna win like 2-3. There's gonna be lots of goals. I'm smelling the goals in the air for this one.
Wow, like, Sunday looks amazing.
Definitely.
And the Sunday will end with second match of new Liverpool's coach Arne Slot versus
Brentford.
That's right.
So this is gonna be like his first match on Anfield, and I think that he's going to win.
Yeah, should be easy.
I mean, after their performance against Ipswich in the first half, I wouldn't guarantee an easy win, but still, I think that they're gonna do enough, and I think, especially if Ivan Toney doesn't play for Brentford, that there just won't be anyone to score goals. Though I rate Mbuemo pretty much, but. And also, like, Liverpool has a dodgy defense at times last season.
And they'll be playing at home.
Yeah, so that's also like a very important thing. So in the end, I would say like Liverpool win, maybe like
same.
like 3-1, maybe something like that.
Yeah. So guys, these were our predictions and short review of last fixtures. Let us know in the comments what do you think, who will win, who will lose, maybe who will draw, what will happen. If you have like any suggestions.
Yeah, like suggestions for the future videos, or like ideas, what would you like us to cover? We are more than welcome for the ideas. And as always, if you enjoyed this, please like, share and subscribe. And see you guys.
See you next time.